Hi, everybody. This is Sterling Campbell with Loan Depot. For those of you who don't know me, I have been a mortgage loan officer for over 20 years and have helped my clients to achieve not only their dreams of home ownership, real estate investment, but also financial independence too. I'd like to take the time today to tell you a little bit about credit reports and the credit reporting system. I'm sort of reminded sometimes of the old war song of, war, what's it good for? Don't worry, I won't start singing to you today. Won't torment you with that. But unfortunately, for good or bad, credit is pretty much affects just about everything we do in today's world. If you have less than perfect credit, for example, you're paying higher car insurance. Products and services are higher. For example, looking at utilities, you could end up paying a higher deposit. You might have to have a cosigner, things along that line. So, for good or bad, credit does affect everything. So there's two things that I'd like to suggest to you today. One is something called opting out. And what most people are not aware of is under the National Credit Law, every time that you authorize your credit to be pulled, you've just given implied permission to the credit bureaus to sell your personal information. And I don't know about you, but I really don't like that idea, especially since they're not sharing the money that they're making off of my personal credit there. So the regulation did require that the credit bureaus give you, the consumer, the ability to opt out of them selling your information. Unfortunately, they didn't take it to the next step and make them advertise it, so of course nobody knows about it. So the website that you want to go to, and this is a secure site because you'll have to give them social and date of birth, is of course www. The word opt, O-P-T, and then the word out, O-U-T, Pre, and then the last word is screen, like screen on a door.com. So opt out prescreen.com. Now, when you go in there, there'll be two options, a 5-year and a lifetime. Do the 5-year now because you can do that online. Go back in later and do the lifetime because that requires a separate form that you have to print out, sign, and mail into them. But you're going to find that this does a couple of things. Number one, they can't sell your personal information. Number two, it will also cut down a lot of the junk mail you receive, like pre-approved credit offers and that type of thing. But it in no way affects applying for credit. So that's the first thing that I recommend to make sure that your information is not being sold. Number two, it really is crucial in today's world to monitor your credit on a regular basis, really at the very least quarterly, if not monthly. Basically, two reasons. Number one, of course, with hundreds of thousands of companies reporting to the credit bureaus, mistakes do happen. I've seen surveys that estimate, close to half of the credit reports out there have some type of error on it, number one. Number two, the other thing, of course, in today's world that's in all the news is identity theft. And if someone were to able to get a hold of your financial information, they can really do a number on your financial world. So do some checking around. There's a variety of services out there that provide credit monitoring. You do want to make sure that the service also provides, if there is a credit breach, credit or identity theft, that they provide some type of cleanup service to help you out with that, because that's really where it can get expensive and the time involved there too. Again, there's a variety of services. I don't recommend a particular one. It really depends on your individual needs. But as I understand, you can do it as little as, $9-10 a month, depending on the type of coverage you need. At the very least, if you're not able to do that, under the National Credit Law, you are entitled to one free credit report a year. Now, of course, do not go to those, sites such as freecreditreport.com, those commercials. Under the National Credit Law, if you go to annualcreditreport.com, you're entitled to one free report a year. Now, for free, they're not going to give you your credit scores, but at least you can review it and see if there's any mistakes, errors, anything that needs to be cleaned up in regards to that. What I would suggest is you go in once every 4 months, since there are 3 major bureaus, pull one bureau to give you a snapshot. You can at least look at it and know what's out there and if there are any issues, but at least that way you're checking your credit at least 3 times a year. But again, if there's any way that you can fit it into your budget, I do strongly recommend that you look at some type of monitoring service. So I hope this has been educational. If you have any questions at all, or if you'd like me to review your credit, or you need to work on your credit management, credit repair, we're happy to help that out with you. Please give me a call. My direct number is 719-210-4353. If you have any other questions at all in regards to your mortgage, buying, refinancing, one of the advantages we offer As the second largest private lender in the U.S., Loan Depot, I have the ability to service my clients anywhere in the country. So please, anything that we can do to help, please feel free to call.